I wrote a message to my former self, afraid of the future, wasn't really too sure if anything would ever work out. Floating through the ether, waiting for the reaper. Jaded and burnt out, a three-time college dropout. Not a single direction to meet the expectations of my family to get a degree. They said that's all I need, like a normal person would. They all said that I should. Writing this message to my future self, for when things are getting pretty tough and life is full of shady stuff. Just know that everything will work out. Take a look at how far you've come and all of the things you've done. Jaded and burnt out, an official college dropout. They doubted every goal you made, but the worth of the words they started to fade. So cut the bull and trim the fat, take the weight right off your back and let it go, 'cause they don't know. Can't say I was strong before I met you. Can't say that I stood very tall. I'm not sure if you exactly gave me the courage. You picked me up when I didn't know I was about to fall. You drove out all my tendencies and content. Said goodbye to my shell for once and for all. You drove me to abandon the temporary, but I did not know that you wouldn't always be here to watch me finish it off. And let me tell you that I'm thankful for it every day. It may be over now, but to hell, 'cause it's not too late. You got your place here and now, so carrying all the weight, but it's alright, 'cause it's time for me to shoulder it. tell you that I'm thankful for it every day. It may be over now, but to hell, 'cause it's not too late. You have your place here now, stop carrying all the weight. But it's alright, 'cause you taught me to shoulder it.
Tis the season to be jolly, but how can I be when I have nobody? The Yuletide carol doesn't make it better, knowing that we won't be together. The silent night, I know it's gonna be joy to the world, but it's gonna be sad to me. What did I only do at Christmas? Oh, what did I only do at Christmas time? The children can play with their new toys while their little hearts burst open with joy. And lovers can kiss beneath the mistletoe, and the choir can sing of nice songs of fun. But what is left for me to do now that it's Christmas and I don't have you? Only do at Christmas. Oh, what did I only do at Christmas
Howdy, and welcome to the stream. It's my first time streaming a video game on YouTube, but not my first time streaming it in general. If you did not know, I am on Twitch. I have been doing streams on and off for like the past year or so. But a big problem I had was my old computer, both not being compatible with some software that I had because it was just old and out of date. And another part of it being my internet connection was being trash for a lot of it, and part of that was the internet on my old computer was messing up the Wi-Fi or something like that with the connection. But now I have a new computer, and now our internet is better, so I'm able to stream now. I'm able to stream video games. I've done a few streams on Twitch this week and last week, and they've been a lot of fun, and I'm gonna start streaming there a lot more regularly and here semi-regularly. As you know, I do the album release streams of Bad Time Records every now and again. For instance, we did the Bad Operation stream, which is up and available if you did not catch that on Thursday. I see Animal Crossing, I click immediately. Heck yeah. Yeah, we were streaming Animal Crossing last night on Twitch, and I needed to get some footage of Animal Crossing for something I'm working on right now. And I was like, how should I get this footage? I was like, I guess I could like stream it since it's already set up because I streamed last night. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just gonna get some footage of this game. Howdy, welcome to the stream. I hope y'all enjoy this. Once again, I'll say it for if anyone's watching this now or playing it back. I'll probably be saying it throughout. I am streaming on Twitch, twitch.tv/Scott2Network. I'm going to try to start streaming regularly now that is a thing that I can do. Let me know if you can hear everything fine, if the levels are okay. Everything should be fine because I was streaming yesterday. And what do you stream? What capture card? I have the Elgato HD 60S Plus. The Plus allows you to use it for both camera, like a camera like a Canon. I have a Canon 80D, as well as, you know, a video game. So that's why I got it, and it works for both. The only thing to be mindful is if you're on Apple like me, because I do all my music production through Apple, you need to have the latest operating system for it to work, because you have to install a third-party Elgato plugin. Well, not third-party, it's by Elgato, but you have to install the plugin. It's not just like a plug-and-play type thing. And if you don't have the latest, which I think right now is what? Not Mojave. Is it Mojave? Either Mojave or another one newer than that. My old computer could only go up to High Sierra, and so it didn't work. And I had this capture card for months, and I just didn't know what to do with it. I'm glad I didn't return it because I was lazy. So yeah, that's a thing that was frustrating me when I was trying to set up my thing. So that's something to be wary of. The house is covered in snow, like a thick blanket. One that's cold and wet. I just hiccuped. As I battle the bitter cold, I think you so you. Ooh. What is this? So my game's a little behind, because I missed out on fall. I didn't play that much throughout all of fall, so I kind of have been doing this thing where, like, I set it back to September, and I was just playing throughout fall, like, every now and again, and, like, just time traveling forward. And once I get caught up, I'm gonna stop doing the time travel thing and just play the game as is. I really like playing Animal Crossing without the... Yo, that sweater looks so good. All right. Without time traveling, so... All right. I have to do the thing that I do. We were on the stream. I saw that Gracie was commenting on the chat before we started playing. But every day I open this game, I set up my outfit, because I do be making my fits in real life. As you can see, I got the color coordination and everything. But I also do be making my fits in this game every time I open it. We just like having fun. Time traveling, how could you? Yeah, when I used to play the original Animal Crossing back in the day, I would time travel all the time. Yo, these are fresh. Oh my goodness. Yo, those kicks are fresh. I used to time travel all the time. And, but I also played the original game from when it came out in 2001 or maybe early 2002. All the way up until like middle school, so 2006. I played that game so much. So time traveling was kind of a thing that at some point you just start doing. At least for that game, there was like nothing to do in the original Animal Crossing. Like, I look back on it and I'm like, how did I play this game? Compared to, like, because I haven't played a game since the original Animal Crossing. So when I got New Horizons, I was like, there's so much more stuff that you can do now. Oh my gosh, you can have hair. In the original game, they were just always wearing a hat, like, no matter what. Hair is definitely one of the best things that they've done in the game. When do we get Scott Auto-Tune Network? That's so funny. Like a 100 Gex style cover. Good question. That'd be really fun. Maybe I should do a cover with Russ. The real ones know about that. Text me tomorrow. That bop. Gas pump travel. I maxed out my storage with clothes. It's so fun to pick different looks. I know. I think they just introduced, like, I hadn't played in a while, but when I got back on, they introduced you can increase your storage. Like, that's like the new thing now, and you pay off your loans. Scotto-Tune. Scotto-Tune. I love that so much. Flower crown. I'm glad that my following likes Animal Crossing. I said this on Twitch last night, and I'll say it again. I'm not saying this is going to happen, nor am I not saying it's not going to happen, But this coming April is the 20th anniversary for the Animal Crossing series, and it'd be really cool if a cover record in a certain genre that is very niche to the people who watch my channel were to come out, of many songs from the video game series. I'm not saying that's going to happen, nor not going to happen, but I'm just saying it'd be really cool if that did happen. To celebrate 20 years of this game's existence, or this franchise existence, not really the game itself. But I guess it'll also be right around the year anniversary. Maybe there might be an announcement on the 1 year, an official announcement on the 1 year anniversary, followed by it coming out on the 20-year franchise anniversary. That sounds like a plan. Don't play with my feelings like this. If it's not a record, it's most likely going to be an EP. I also love Animal Crossing music so much. I already have a few covers done already. I just need to like re-record or remix, remaster, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, so definitely some cool thing is going to happen. I could turn this channel into a Animal Crossing ska cover channel and ride that for years and not get bored of it. How often do you get messages from your website's contact page? I just wanted to make sure, because a message having you show on my radio show want to end up being spam. I did get a message forwarded to me from to my email the other day, and I have not checked it yet, so I will check that out. I've just been really overwhelmed lately. Long story short, I had to get a new computer because my old computer was giving me a lot of issues, and I just didn't have a computer that was reliable to use for like 2 weeks. So I'm like catching up on 2 weeks of like emails that I just didn't have the chance to check up on as much, and like getting stuff knocked out of the way. And I'm also going to my parents' house for 2 weeks coming up. So yeah, I've just been like really in grind mode, and I've definitely what's it called? Definitely will be getting back to that though. As long as you contacted to the contact@scottnetwork.com, that means we definitely got it. We don't have that, really doesn't have like a junk folder. Zero complaints here about an Animal Crossing ska channel. Oh, heck yeah. I hope KK Disco is included. There are so many songs that can be included. I'm actually going to be going live on Twitch later, working on a song, if that's something you're interested in. It's most likely going to be an Animal Crossing related song as well. It's not going to be a ska cover though. It's going to be a different type of genre cover, which will be really interesting. So Scotttoon plus Animal Crossing, a live stream I'd love to watch. Heck yeah. If y'all enjoy the live stream thing, like me just playing Animal Crossing, I also have Undertale I've been meaning to stream, especially like now that I have the cover record out. By the way, if you didn't know, I have an Undertale cover record streaming. You should go check that out if you have not. But if y'all really enjoy the streaming thing, I can stream video games on this channel probably at least like bi-weekly, I'm thinking, something like that. When I go home to my parents' house, I'm actually taking my whole ass computer with me. And like half of my recording gear, because I have so much stuff I need to do. But if that's something that you're interested in, I can definitely stream. It won't be Animal Crossing every time. However, it'll probably be Animal Crossing more than any other game, because I truly love this franchise. Jer greater than KK. Yo, that's a bold thing. That's the best compliment I think I could ever get. If there's any musician to compare me to, or to say that I am better than, to say KK Slider, the one and only, that is a compliment amongst compliments. An old tire. Alright. Full cover of KK Ska now. Actually, I already covered KK Ska and a KK. I did like a ska cover medley about, I want to say 2 years ago now, and it was pretty dope. Actually, it was really dope. I really liked that cover medley thing. So if you did not know that, you can go check it out. Early 2018, or was it early 2019? We're going in 2021. Yeah, so early 2019, I was covering bops, like bop after bop after bop. A lot of those covers are some of my favorite covers I've done until now. What villagers do you currently have? So I have, let's see. I'm just going to pull up the map. So I have Hans, Alice, Frida, Walker, Pietro, Victoria, Sherry, Elvis, Chief, and Portia, which Chief just moved in, like literally just moved in. And other than that, like I don't really like Hans and Victoria kind of just moved onto my island randomly, and I was like, all right, okay, I guess. So I like never like I've interacted with them that much. Recently had a lot of villagers move out as well, or quite a few move out. Oh, speaking of the homie, what's good? Tired of just watching how busy you are. I'm literally doing nothing, but okay. Days when so one thing I miss about the original Animal Crossing is that the characters had actual like real character in that game. There wasn't a lot that the original characters had to offer, or the original game had to offer, but like there are certain dialogue you couldn't get until you really got to know your character for a while, and I think that was like a really cool. And also some of them were like dicks, like assholes to you for no reason. So that was like a really cool thing I miss of the original game. I actually used to have Hans and Frida. I stan Frida. Frida's one of my favorites. I would cry if Frida left my island. Also, like the original game. In the original game, people would leave your island without your consent or come to your town. Well, I mean, I guess in this game they do come to your town without your consent, but they would leave your island or leave your town with no hesitation. Like they wouldn't even tell you that they're thinking about leaving or anything like that, and that was always heartbreaking. The amount of times I've just straight up canceled my towns because I was like, dang, my favorite villager left in the original game. All right, I want to catch that fish over there. That is the disappointment of New Horizons. Yeah, the character thing, that's definitely like the one. I mean, like, I still love this game, but that's the one thing. I feel like that's the thing that kind of would give the game more, like, longevity, like, gameplay, like, wise. Like, I feel like they are constantly adding updates. And this is very, like, this is criticism, but at the end of the day, I still love this game so much. So the criticism is very light, but yeah, I feel like they wouldn't have to update and add new features so often if the characters were more compelling. And it's like, yo, come on, I know we have like, if the N64, the original console that supported Animal Crossing, can support all that dialogue in the memory, I'm pretty sure in 2020 we can support more dialogue in the memory for this game, you know? Like, I'm sure we have the technology to do that. If Kyle ever left my town, I would riot. Yeah, and like the thing is, all of my villagers that I don't want to, like, Frida has like said that she wants to leave like 3 times now, and I'm like, Frida, what am I? Oh God, okay, I messed that up. I'm like, Frida, what am I doing? I literally talk to you every day. I give you things, like come on, Frida, why do you want to leave? Like, but it's okay. Frida's not leaving my island though. I'm glad you have to approve their leaving. All right, I need a small fish. I do like the addition of hobbies, but I would love sometimes if the villagers just hate your guts. Yo, honestly, like I said this on the stream yesterday, they should make like Animal Crossing Master Quest where you're just like, you know, like the game becomes super hard and you can like fight your villagers and stuff like that. Oh my God, that'd be so funny. If there's actually like interest and rate and you can get your house foreclosed on Animal Crossing Master Quest. You have to get a real job. It's not just like collecting bugs and selling tarantulas after Christopher Columbusing an island. I would assume they patched that by now. But now it's like you have to get a real job. If you show up late, you get fired in Animal Crossing Master Quest. Oh, because I messed up that other fish that broke my streak. I was about to say, I was like, I've already caught 3, or I already caught 2. All right, there's another small fish. Lots of small fish today. All right, and you're at that weird angle where, okay, hold on. Let's try this again. Yeah, all right. With the game being so friendly and wholesome, it's no wonder why people want some rude characters. The lack of conflict gets to you eventually. Oh yeah, absolutely. Like I just wanna, like, can there be like, you can learn like reactions and stuff. I wish there was like a punch react. That'd be really funny. Aha, there's my third There's my third Animal Crossing hard mode. Sometimes they beef with each other. Yeah, they get so mad at each other for like no reason. It's always like, this person said I'll never be a rock star, and now I'm angry. It's like, all right, calm down. And then you're like the mediator at all times. Or you just like, whenever they're beefing, I don't talk to them. I'm like, y'all can figure this out on your own. Hey. Alright, CJ. Alright. Catch that paper kite butterfly. Where'd that butterfly go? There it is. There's something therapeutic about going to catch an insect and you catch it so fast there's no swish sound. It's just the catching sound. Alright, where you at, CJ? Was CJ up here or was CJ down here? Let me put my net away. Some personalities are mean to you at first, though. That is true. Some of them are like, they're not like mean. In the first game, they would just call you like ugly, like straight up. And Tom Nook was very mean to you in the first game. He would like make fun of your mom, like type stuff. He'd be like, "Who raised you?" Like in the original game. Yeah, take all my fish. Mental health is stored in the Animal Crossing running sound effect. You're not wrong. What time of day music is your favorite? The 5 p.m. music goes really hard. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely go with 5 p.m. Like, who allowed it to go that hard? I dig this track too. Where are we at? Oh, we're at 9 a.m. Oh my goodness. My thing is not set to what's it called? To a Let's see what clothes are for sale. 2 p.m. also does go pretty hard. Alright, let's see. Alright, we got that king. Yo, that sweater goes hard. Alright. Oh, maybe I should start using my Taylor tickets. I mean, I feel like it doesn't matter. I have like, I'm a billionaire, as they call it. I was trying to think of the term. Oh yeah, I rock with that. Nintendo needs to just start releasing these clothes like in real life. Like I've had it. I need them. I need them. The worn out jeans. That's such a like 2000s look. I love it so much. All right, I'm gonna buy those. Not necessarily like for this outfit, but it just in general to have a mummy outfit. All right. What is this? A cycling cap? Yo, that's pretty fresh. I rock with that. All right. Again, not for this outfit, but I'm gonna buy that. I mean, this outfit kind of goes hard regardless. Oh my god. 1 million bells? Jesus Christ. I've never seen something cost that much in this game. And it's a crown? Are you kidding me? Oh my goodness. I think I'm gonna buy it though. I have so much money. I need to spend it somehow, I guess. Alright, let's see what else is in here. Not gonna lie, this outfit just slaps in general. Alright, I need more white shoes in this game, so I'm gonna do that. Alright. I am not gonna wear it out though. That outfit does go hard. Thank you. Jared, quick question. What's like being cute and talented and hilarious? Thank you so much. I'm glad that you think that I am all of those things. I appreciate it. It's not an easy life, let me tell you, being blessed with all of these characteristics. Let's see. I could dress like a mummy. Not gonna lie, this mummy look goes hard, dummy hard as well. Yo, this goes hard too. Just straight up that sweater with the shoes and everything. The color in the shoes match the color in the flowers. I rock with that. I rock with that heavily. All right. Oh, those are the exact same shoes that I'm wearing right now. All right. I want it in this color too, but I am not going to wear it out. The crown is freak mode. I want it. Am I about to go pull over 1 million bells out of my bank right now? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. The flower sweater is so cute. It's so good. Every time I think I've found every cute clothing item in this game, the game proves me wrong. All right. Yo, Alice was vibing over there. Wait, I'm sorry. The bank is over here. The New Leaf Royal Crown. And New Leaf the Royal Crown is just like expensive. Or is it cursed? I can't recall. Like the crown? Is the crown cursed? Alright, let's see. Withdrawal. How much was it? 1.2. Oh, I can't carry. I don't even have enough space to carry that much money right now. Alright, let's go sell some stuff. Gotta do something with those bells. I have a lot of bells. One of my friends is giving the 1 million bell crown to all of her villagers. Oh my goodness, that's a good idea. Oh, they got toys. They got toys for sale because it's Toy Day is coming up. All right, let's see. I want to sell. I have not checked turnip prices in so long. Let's see. Yeah, let's sell all these recipes because I know how to make them all. Yeah, let's sell these because I've already donated all of these. Actually, I don't think I donated that one yet. And so I have so many pumpkins. I don't need that. All right. All right. Let's see. Do I have trombone embouchure tips? Yeah. Make sure you're using air and you're not relying off squeezing your lips together to get any sound, whether it's a low note or a high note or anything like that. A way you can check your embouchure and make sure you're doing that is get your mouthpiece like this, blow air through it, and then slowly bring your chops together until you get a buzz. Doesn't have to be a specific pitch. It can be whatever pitch comes out naturally. That's what we call the natural buzz. Natural buzz point. That's the point when you naturally form a buzz. And from there, you can start to get that relaxation feel and start setting pitches to it. As long as you're keeping that nice relaxation and keeping the air moving from your diaphragm out of your body, you will have a much more stable and full trombone tone. I hope that helps. That was a technique taught to me when I marched at Bluecoats, and it's definitely helped me a lot. Cool thing about when I was marching Bluecoats, I don't want to say this like as of now, but definitely like even like 5 years ago, a lot of drum corps prioritized playing loud over playing with a good tone. And when I was marching at Bluecoats, our brass caption head told us that his focus was not to teach us how to be a loud drum corps or not to teach us how to play fast runs, but to teach us how to land a gig as a solid musician, getting out. So like whether it's we're playing classical, jazz, or whatever the case is, they just want to teach us how to be a successful musician, getting out of drum corps, and also a productive human being in society, or whatever that means. Definitely. So yeah, I'm glad that was helpful. I feel like I mean, and I've definitely talked to brass players. This is more trumpet players in general who say this, but they say that like they don't necessarily 100% agree with that. And that's the thing about brass. There's so many different pedagogies out there on how to play instruments. That's just what I found has worked for me and many of the students that I have taught, as well as people that I've marched with and what I've learned. So yeah, that's all definitely with a grain of salt. Let me wear that crown now. Let's see. Oh hell yeah. I think I bought a king like robe the other day too. All right, I'm done wearing this for right now. Thomas. Oh wait, how did you get into drum corps? I got into it. So like when I was in high school, the school that I went to was just a huge like marching band school. If you're from Florida, or even if you're not from Florida, I mean, I guess everyone knows this name, but Stoneman Douglas High School, because they had the shooting in 2019 or 2018. But they're a huge marching band school, and my band director used to be the assistant director at Stoneman Douglas in 2007, and then in 2008 he left to go, what's it called? Oh, teach at my high school. So like we were just a huge like drum corps school. My sophomore year was our second year competing, and we got like second in the state and 5A, and then we went on to do more stuff. But we had a lot of people march drum corps. Just in general, Florida, if you're in like the marching community in Florida, as far as like competitive marching band, you know a lot about drum corps already, because so many people do that from Florida. And yeah, so that's how I got into drum corps. It's nothing more than that. I mean, I didn't like drum corps. In fact, I kind of resented drum corps in high school, because everyone that I knew who marched drum corps was like an asshole. And then I learned very quickly after doing drum corps, like I missed marching. So I remember in 2015, I really missed marching. At that point, I was questioning if school was even worth it, and I didn't really like want to go to college at the moment. And then I went to the theaters to see. Oh my goodness, that crab is huge. All right, I'm gonna put that somewhere else. I like that. But yeah, I went to the theaters and I saw Kinetic Noise, and I was like, this is literally the coolest thing I've ever seen. It was like watching drum corps, but they were doing like math rock on the field. That's literally what I thought. Like they had literal delay pedals and stuff like that, like causing all of the echoes and stuff like that. So like I was like, Kinetic Noise is the coolest thing. I want to march that. Like, cause like the thing about drum corps is like a lot of the shows I wasn't really interested in. Like I liked watching them, but none of them made me go, I want to march. And then I saw Blue Coats. I had never seen Tilt before that. I didn't watch drum corps for like years, like from my junior year of high school, so 2012 up through or maybe 2011. 2011 was my junior year. Junior year of high school, 2011 through 2015, I didn't watch any drum corps, just because the people that I knew who did it ruined it for me like that, or I let them ruin it for me. They didn't ruin it for me. I let them ruin it for me. But what's it called? But yeah, I saw Kinetic Noise and I was like, I want to do drum corps. And at that point, I had already missed marching a lot. And I kind of knew that if I didn't do it, the minute I aged out, I would have regretted it. So I was like, you know what? Like college can wait. College, I have my whole life to do. But like drum corps is kind of a limited thing, you know? Like, and that's kind of like my outlook on life. Like in general, is like do things I love, because like you never know when you're not going to be able to do it. Like that was a thing that I did a lot, especially like at the beginning of this year. I was driving to Orlando every week just to go. I live in Gainesville. It's like a 2-hour drive just to go to shows. And I even drove to go to a show because a bunch of my friends were playing. I drove to South Carolina by myself, and it was like a 7-hour drive. And everyone was like, why did you drive to this show? And I was like, I don't know, I just want to see my friends, and like that's something I really enjoy. And I'm really glad that I did that, because yeah, obviously the way this year went, and I was able to spend within the first 2 months of the year, I went to like 40 shows, I think. So I definitely like got a lot of that in before everything shut down. But it's like you never know when like things are gonna stop. This is my 69 garden, by the way. And so yeah, never take things for granted, especially like things related to art. I'm in Florida, Sarasota County. It's terrible. I think I read that in my head, but not out loud. Yeah, Sarasota County is Sarasota's an interesting place. I heard the beaches are beautiful though. Tried to put them on the cover of Vogue. His legs were too long. I love Sherry. Good morning, ACAB. All right, so I'm running a demo version of this audio thing that allows me to hear back while also playing this game. And it gives me like static fuzz every like 20 minutes. So I have to keep, when you see me go forward and the audio cuts out, that's because I'm doing that. I don't think the audio cuts out on y'all's end though. It might not cut out on your end, but it definitely cuts out on my end. Sometimes I can wake up in the morning. I wish we had a scene here. I guess I'll have to make one myself. I mean, that's how it's done. A lot of people always wish for like music scenes. And like the thing, and this is like definitely a thing that I've noticed in ska. Like You know, I watched the Pick It Up Ska in the '90s documentary, and a thing that they were really big on was back in like the late '80s, you had like bands like Operation Ivy kind of formed, coming from like the punk world, and like No Doubt formed obviously in that world too. And they formed because they were watching, like, first off, they were getting a lot of two-tone bands as well, like learning from two-tone, but they were also seeing bands like the Toasters and Fishbone, you know, these bands back in the day, but they were the only ones of their time of their time. They were living like an island, an island like Animal Crossing. But there just weren't ska scenes, you know, back in the '80s. And so like what they did in Orange County, they were like, let's create a scene, you know, like they were like, no one will book a ska band on a show, so like let's book our own shows. And like that's the reason why ska blew up the way it did back then, because they formed their own scenes and they created the infrastructure, that because the infrastructure wasn't there. And I think that's a huge thing that ska bands lack now, especially like newer ska bands. Not old, this doesn't really apply to older ska bands, but newer ska bands are always quick to just like get on a support tour for Real Big Fish and then like expect to blow up from that. Like that's not how music works in general. You don't just blow up from going on a tour, especially going into an era of social media and the digital age we are in now. But like so many bands are just like, they want a scene to form, but they don't want to, or even not bands, but people in general, they want a scene, they want a ska scene, but they don't want to like do the work. And that's why I love Bad Time Records. Bad Time Records is just like, no one's giving us this platform, so let's just make our own and let's do that. And obviously there's like a success that Bad Time Records is seeing that ska bands just haven't seen in a while. What's up with Sherry? Please don't tell me you want to move off my island. Okay. Sweetkins is nice and all, but I got something more. Couture. What is it? What do you think about Superstar? See? Sherry knows. Sherry knows that Ska 2 Network's a superstar. Alright, what was I talking about? Ska, building a scene. Yeah, so my whole point of all that ranting is that you should just build a scene because, you know, like if that's something you want, don't like wait for a scene to come around. Scenes start somewhere. There wasn't always a DIY punk scene. There wasn't always a ska scene. And like when you build the scene and like book shows, that's something I used to do in high school. I remember going to ska shows because South Florida had a huge like wave of ska bands in like the late 2000s. And the first few shows I went to were like in someone's backyard, 12 ska bands playing, and then all those bands graduated from high school or moved away, and then the ska scene fell apart, and I was really bummed out. There weren't ska shows happening, so I went, I'm gonna start a ska band, I'm gonna book ska shows, and I'm gonna like try to invite touring ska bands through MySpace or Facebook to come play these shows. And that's exactly what we did, and the scene popped off in South Florida, and it was really dope. And it's like, I don't really see that type of work coming from like a lot of people. There are a few isolated scenes around, but it's like people are kind of just like, I don't have a scene in my area. Oh well, why am I catching so much trash today? But yeah, if we ever want to see music in general, it doesn't even have to be ska, but just music in general be more successful, we have to start creating the infrastructure and supporting these scenes when they form. Like and that's why I'm such an avid supporter of like Bad Time Records in particular, because they're creating the infrastructure needed in ska right now. And it's like every ska band they put out is a banger. Every ska band they put out is like very relevant with the whole like new tone thing. And I could talk new tone all day, but it's just what it needs. What we need right now is more of a DIY ethic in the scene. What's your favorite movie of all time? Greetings from a Croatian ska fan. Favorite movie of all time. I was thinking about this last night because I don't know if y'all saw this, but somebody made a what's it called? Somebody made a MySpace RIP website. It operates exactly like MySpace did in 2005, and it's called Space Hay. It's pretty dope. You can go to spacehay.com/Ska2Network. That's my page, my profile. But anyway, I was filling out the favorite movies tab, and literally I was thinking about it. I was like, what is my favorite movie? I don't really have like a favorite movie. When it comes to media, I don't have like a single favorite. A movie that I do like, a director I do really love is Hayao Miyazaki. I love Miyazaki so much. I love all of his movies. But one of my favorite movies by him is Kiki's Delivery Service for two reasons. One is unbiased nostalgia factor. I am definitely understand nostalgia carries a lot of my love for this movie. It was the first movie I ever like saw. Also was like one of the first movies, animes in general, I ever saw. So that movie just is very comforting for me to watch. But on top of that, now that I am someone who relies off of my art to make music, or not art to make music, art to make money, like my entire career is creating music and recording music, I turned something that I love, out of desperation, I turned something that I love into my means of income. And that's kind of what Kiki's Delivery Service is about. You know, like Kiki goes off into the world on her own, and a witch, once they turn 13, is supposed to use their talent, their skill, to survive in the world and to make something of themselves, you know? And that movie is kind of speaking to the generation that was raised post World War II to do that very thing. And like, I mean, it definitely was easier for like boomers because like, you know, the economy wasn't ruined by them yet. But as Gen X and then millennials kind of got into the mix, it got harder and harder to like get out into the world and do your thing. And so that's kind of like what Kiki represents. You know, it's like the millennial who got into the workforce and not knowing what they wanted to do, and they kind of have this skill, and it's honestly more of a gig economy movie, which is wild because it was written in the 80s and now it's starting to represent like the late millennials and what we're facing in the gig economy. But I empathize with like how Kiki lost her magic in the movie because she had to rely off of work so much, and she faced the harsh realities of like sustaining yourself through your art. She lost her drive to fly, to have magic, which is definitely like, they even made the connection in the movie. It's like having an artist block when you're being forced to work off of your art. So I love that movie for that reason, being like, there definitely are times where I just don't feel like recording, don't feel like making music, but I have to. And it gets really hard and really stressful. So that's why I love that movie more so than other ones. Another movie that I really love is Spike Lee's Do the Right Thing. I think that movie is very... I love the dialogue of that movie. I love the way the story is told. If you've never seen that movie, go ahead and watch it. Spike Lee is an incredible director who definitely doesn't get enough recognition. Gets a lot of recognition. Like, people know Spike Lee. But Do the Right Thing is a movie that sadly stays relevant. When you see that movie and you realize it was released in, I think, 87 or 88, maybe 89, definitely in the late 80s, you're kind of just like, wow, things just have not changed, and it's really sad. Both films were made in 89. I think Kiki's Delivery Service was released in the US in 89, but I want to say it was released in Japan in 88 or 87. But I could be wrong on that, 100%. But I guess 89 is just the year I like movies. Someone asked, what is New Tone? What is New Tone? Sorry, I was like rambling about Kiki's Delivery Service when you asked that. So New Tone is kind of like this idea that is like the idea that Bad Operation and Bad Time Records and myself and all of these newer ska bands, specifically on this like Bad Time Records and Bad Time Records adjacent scene, have kind of created. None of us really resonated with the term fourth wave ska. And my personal feelings, which like more or less everyone else I know in this scene agrees with me, is like when you kind of say fourth wave ska, firstly, it insinuates that ska died, which it definitely did not. Weeds keep growing in this corner of my island. I don't know why, like every day. But I hate the term fourth wave because like it implies ska died, which it didn't die. It straight up stayed really strong and going forward. It just like people stopped paying attention. That's what died, is the people willingness to check out new bands. But it also kind of insinuates that ska will be revived and then come back as a trend that'll burn out as fast as third wave. It also kind of ignores how third wave ska did happen in America, but was also happening internationally. And then like you saw ska in Mexico rise, and it didn't die as quick, you know. In fact, it's still going strong in a lot of places like Mexico, Japan, like Argentina, like Venezuela, like all over like the world, ska has been predominant. And I feel like the term third wave and fourth wave kind of like categorizes it into a very like, it's a strictly American thing, and it only is relevant when it's in America. So there's a few things that, oh god, I did not mean to get rid of my tub thing. So that's a few things about the fourth wave term that I hate. Now, New Tone, on the other hand, is like taking the idea of two-tone, you know, like the movement we all know, taking the idea of two-tone and kind of giving it new life, kind of bringing back the idea of what ska was about back then to the forefront. A lot of people, like, we all know this, but a lot of people also don't know this in ska, is that ska was a political movement. Like the two-tone movement was based off of like solidarity between Jamaican immigrants and the white working class in England, and there was so much like built off of that, and that's why it resonated so well. It was like the people's genre, and a lot of that was kind of lost amongst the third wave of ska. A lot of that was lost, but the new tone idea is kind of going back to that, kind of like setting it back to being like, hey, like we didn't lose sight on the on like the political side of ska and on what this music is about, especially because there's like a lot of like bands and like both ska and punk who kind of like represent the exact opposite of that. Like there's a certain new ska band who like, you know, was on like their lead singer was on InfoWars saying things like the Columbine shooting wasn't real and helped elect a racist politician into Senate for the state of Texas. So like it's just stuff like that where it's like, yeah, this our scene is uplifting this. I don't know if it's our scene uplifting this band or if it's just the immense amounts of PR. But this band is being uplifted, and ska definitely is being outed out there, and everything they're standing for is attacking marginalized groups, you know, and they refuse to acknowledge it. I don't want to interrupt myself to name what band this is, but I think there's enough context clues for you to get it. What's it called? I think you can figure it out. But enough interruptions. What's it called? Yeah, like this band won't even acknowledge like what they did, and in my opinion, it's like, just if you really stand by this and you don't want to make a public thing, just hire someone in PR to fake what's it called? To fake an apology. You obviously PR'd your way onto getting your bad guy cover onto Umbrella Academy. Why don't you PR a fake apology to get everyone to shut up? I would literally stop talking about it if they even have the decency to do that. But she won't literally even fake an apology, let alone have a genuine apology. So like, and a lot of people will say, like, kind of respond with, well, that happened, 6 or 7, 8 years ago, whatever, blah, 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 and it doesn't matter. Her actions have effects on people today. Like, her actions has isolated people today. The fact that she won't say, oh, I regret doing this thing that affected people, the fact that she won't even say that is a strong indicator that she doesn't care enough about what her actions did to even acknowledge it. Instead, her boyfriend, husband, whoever, guitarist will flag people down in Twitter DMs saying, stop talking about this. Like, they put enough work into that. Has happened to people I know as well as myself. They put more work into flagging people down who talk about this on Twitter than they do just actually apologizing. And to me, that speaks volumes of how much they really do not give a shit about anything but making money off of the commodification of ska punk, and I really hate that. Anyway, enough going off with that. But yeah, so like the idea of new tone, it's kind of taking a stand as a scene, not only to kind of get back to the roots of what the genre is about and putting that forward, but taking it to the next level. As much as I love ska and I love bands like the Specials, we cannot ignore the fact that the Specials had a lot of misogyny in their lyrics. Go listen to Nightclub or their song Little Bitch, like the fact that they had such a misogynistic song, many misogynistic songs on their stuff is like, yeah, they were standing for like the two-tone stuff, and that was beautiful, but we have to understand, like, as time moves forward, we need to also move forward as people, and ska fans are not only kind of stuck in the past when it comes to the bands they like, but they're also like mentally stuck in the past as far as like how they want to be, for unity or for our scenes are inclusive. Now, listen, like that's the thing I don't get. They're like, ska is for everyone. Anyway, look at this all-white dude ska band play a song about how trans people are a joke and how a woman literally became a lesbian for breaking up with a man. Because we all know 6 white guys explaining that is exactly what being lesbian is, or how people become a lesbian. Like, it's just stuff like that. It's like, it's so annoying, and like, there's so much like bigoted, like, whether it's intentional or not, there's just a lot of bigotry in ska. So the idea of new tone kind of tackles that. I said this on the Bad Operation stream. Actually, I don't think I said this specifically. We might have been off camera when I said this, but it's kind of sad that Bad Operation is the first band to address transphobia in a song. Like, first off, there's not many trans people in ska. in general. Like, there's a handful now, and they're all like new ska bands that formed in the last few years. But on top of that, it's like, and their song, Kinda Together, they talk about it's like a very brief mention, but they're like, we're not standing for transphobia, racism, sexism, stuff like that. And it's like, literally, like, we have, aside from like, She Has a Girlfriend Now by Real Big Fish, the mention of trans existence kind of has not been a thing in ska, let alone in that, the times it has been brought up, it's been used as a joke. And like, there is She Has a Girlfriend Now by Real Big Fish, like one example, but even aside from that, Real Big Fish has done you think it's a woman and then you see that it's a man dressed like a woman gimmick too many times for me to be like, oh, that's just one old thing. They used it in their 2012 music video to Don't Stop Skankin', the whole trumpet section area. Go watch that again and realize how cringy it is. Also, their music video for Brown Eyed Girl, it ends with them all dressed like women because that's funny, you know. Like, there's kind of a reason why you don't see a lot of trans people or queer people in ska. I think it's because whenever they see themselves in these big bands, they're always being treated as like the butt of a joke. And that's why I love the new tone movement that's happening with all the new bands like Kill Lincoln, We're the Union, myself, A Bad Operation, Gray Matter, you know, like all these bands. Like, and another thing I like about New Tone is when you're a New Tone band, it doesn't matter about your sound. People keep arguing that the fourth wave needs to sound different. It needs to be a new brand, like sound of ska. Whereas New Tone kind of pushes, we don't care about the sound. You could be a traditional ska band. You can sound exactly like the Skada Lights or Toots and the Maytals. Or you could be like the Flaming Tsunamis and be ripping breakdowns and heavy screaming vocals. But as long as you're standing for like you know, like true unity, like true solidarity for like marginalized groups, then you are a New Tone band. And that's something I love. And to me, that kind of makes it less of a quick trend and more of a lasting effort, you know? So that's why I really love the New Tone idea. So there's the idea of New Tone in my long rant about ska. Ska's for everyone. Anyway, I hate women. If that's not the most generalization of a lot of ska prior to 2005, I don't know what is. Do you have any recommendations for women and non-binary led ska bands? I actually do. I actually have a whole ska playlist that is called LGBTQ ska bands. I'm going to link it in the chat right now. And if you ever don't find that link in the future, you can also go ahead and head on over to the Ska2 Network Spotify page. And that playlist is also linked in the Ska2 Network Spotify. What New Tone bands would you recommend? I mean, I'm always recommending the what's it called? The New Tone bands off of Bad Time Records. Hi, Sarah. Oh my God, Sarah, I saw Gertrude in the chat for a second earlier, and then I didn't see it again. Gertrude's in the tub. I just watered her, so she's not in the room right now. I apologize. But, what's it called? Yeah, if you have not checked out yet for any reason, which I'm assuming everyone has, the new Bad Operation record, beautiful record that definitely, like, feel like they're the forefront of that New Tone idea. But aside from that, any of the Bad Time Records bands work. Gray Matter, Omnigone, Kill Lincoln, We Are the Union, Jer, myself, JER, my project. Who else? I'm trying to think of any other. I mean, I guess like Mike Park, Bruce Lee band will also count for sure. Jeff Rosenstock whenever he does ska stuff. As long as you're a newer band doing stuff. I also have a playlist. I will link that as well. I kind of don't really like to represent bands that do not stand for, you know, basic human rights amongst all marginalized groups. So if you're a ska band that stands for that, you're going to be in my playlists. But there's a new ska bands playlist I have as well. And it just features a lot of new ska bands that are killing it. Ooh, Pieto's home. I think I'm going to time skip after this to go forward a few days. I need to see that first day of snow. I'm ready for it. Oh, goodness. Alright. I mostly watch... What is he saying? I mostly watch Kung Fu movies in my basement. And then made a Kung Fu in my... Wait. Wait, Scream's in your basement? Wait, you don't even have a basement. Do you have a basement? I'm so curious now. I guess this is my first time. Before I time skip forward, the trees have little Christmas lights. It's so cute. I'm gonna give a little tour of my house, I guess, before. This is my first time streaming on YouTube. I'm assuming most of y'all have not seen my house here on this game. The only clown I respect. I love that. Mr. Snow Miser. Heck yeah. That Snow Miser cover is probably one of my favorites off of the Christmas cover record. Would you ever do a Has-Been Hotel ska punk cover? I have not yet to watch that show. It was on my list of things to watch. So this is my house venue show, space. As you can see, I have all the amps. I have the bop KK ska playing. I got the full drum kit and all. Over here, got a couch. You know, every venue has a couch. The cool walls. Here's the merch table. And then over here's my bathroom. Yo, not to brag or anything, but I think I have one of the nicest bathrooms in this game. Probably not. I feel like people have done more with their bathrooms, but my bathroom's pretty nice. Got the light. How do you turn the lights off? Or do the... Oh God. Hold on. That's not what I meant to do. I forgot how to... How do you... Wait, no, okay. There's only so many buttons on this thing. Okay. Doing that again. I think... There we go. Alright. Yes. Okay. Nice bathroom. Very nice bathroom. It looks nicer at night when you can turn all the lights off. Everyone's right hand room, the bathroom. I mean, I feel like it just makes sense. And then my kitchen's over here. As a percussionist, I straight up love the soundtrack. Has marimba when it's raining and snowing. I know, I love that so much. And then this is my kitchen. The kitchen's also pretty nice. Fuck with it. I feel like the kitchen is a whole different vibe. I feel like the kitchen and bathroom are whole different vibes from the what's it called? The house venue. I just got stitches to move in a few days ago. I need stitches on my island. There's so many villagers I want on my island, but like I don't play this game enough. Whenever I have someone move out, someone else moves in. So this is like my second floor everything room, you know? Got like the bed over here. I got a bunch of stuff. I got these posters. Someone sent me these posters in the mail. I don't know how they got them, but they are literally so good, and I want these posters in real life. I think they have to like scan an amiibo card or something like that to get these posters. So they're like you can't get them in the game by just playing the game. But yeah, this is my second story. I want my room / house to look like this in real life. Maybe one day. But where do the animals cross? Good question. I wish an animal... That one picture of like the villager looking at the sunset in the ocean with a gun in their hand, and they're like, I wish an animal would cross me, is my favorite meme I think I've seen in the last month. And then this is my basement. It's just... I didn't mean for the basement to even look like this. I just started throwing things down here when I got them, and everything I threw down here for the most part matched. And then I just put matching floors and walls, and now I have this like wood, very classy. The intro for West Broward High School is on this channel. Are you asking? Is this like the Jose that I was interior reduction with asking? It is not on this channel. I can't remember which channel. Can you lock babies in the basement? I feel like in Animal Crossing Master Quest you can. This is my CIA room. This is the room in which I watch all of my villagers at every waking moment. And if they ever try to cross me, if an animal tries to cross me, I cross him. What's up? They catch these hands. You got it. Yeah, no, if you search WB in the AM, it'll come up. It's not hard to find that. The control room. I love when people like visit my island and find that room and they're like, what the hell is going on back here? All right. We're gonna hacker voice. I'm in. Binary code just like going through my glasses. Animal Crossing is actually... Yo, what if they made like an Animal Crossing like update where you're actually part of the Matrix and you can like leave your island and you're like, oh my goodness. All right. Someone hit up Nintendo. at Nintendo, I need you to update the game for me real quick. Cross me B. All right. I guess the game finished saving, so yeah. In order to time skip, you gotta turn the game off or close the app. How do you close the app again? Oh yeah, X. Close the software, and then you gotta change the time. Let's see, system, date and time. This does not work. If anyone's never done this before, this does not work if you what's it called? If your Switch is synced to the internet, you have to unsync it from the internet time in order to do the time skipping. I'm gonna do 5 o'clock because I love that time. Let's do 5:15. And then when you reopen the app, it'll be the future. Trust no one, not even your villagers. About to hack away your debt from Nook. I'm about to hack ownership of Nook Inc. to me. Animal Crossing Cyberpunk. Cyber Crossing. Animal Punk. I think Cyber Crossing definitely works better. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. How long have I been streaming for? Stream's going for, an hour. I think I'm gonna stop streaming at 7. I think that's how long I'm gonna go for. Animal punk sounds like a genre. You're not wrong. I'm surprised there's no KK punk yet. Or KK emo. Spit some bars. Spit some bars. I'm on a live stream. I wish I could rap. That'd be a dream. I can barely make rhymes in this trying times. I can't think of rhymes on a dime. I was rapping on the stream yesterday and it was a lot better, but I'm not vibing right now. The vibes are not the same. There are vibes, but not specifically. Oh yeah, the 5 p.m. music is my favorite music. So I've been seeing carp memes all over Twitter today. Is there something like carp related I should know about? Because I caught a carp yesterday and I was talking about carps for 5 minutes and then I woke up to carp memes. There isn't a KK punk. I'm like 90% sure there's not a KK punk. I feel like I would have played it in my house. I think the closest we get is KK metal. KK metal goes hard though. Carp in the chat. Why is a money tree growing there? I have so much money in this game, I do not care about the money trees anymore. Yeah, the 5 p.m. music's definitely my favorite music in the game. Y'all see what I'm saying? These weeds keep popping up in this spot. I don't know what is about this specific part of my island. I wonder if like weeds show up when you have like things on the ground. Because I feel like that twig has been up there for an absurd amount of time. I feel like there's no factual evidence to back that statement. But that's what I'm going to roll with. I guess I should clean up my island. I'm very bad at cleaning up my island. So Kanye West made his own genre. Do you think you can do that too? Are you that talented? I can try. I mean, okay, so here's the thing. I've been pioneering a subgenre lately, and I believe one day it will take off. It's called emo steady. It's like rock steady, but mixing it with emo. If you watch my covers, well, I guess you can't watch the Hopes and Dreams one because there isn't a video for it. But Hopes and Dreams off the Undertale cover record, This Christmas off of the cover record, as well as What Do the Lonely Do for Christmas. Those are all emo steady songs. They mix together Midwest emo, specifically the sounds of the mid 2000s Title Fight era, like that grungy emo, Title Fight basement stuff, but also can have like some riffage. Definitely like less twinkle emo, more riffy emo, but mixing that with rocksteady. That mix is so good. That's the genre that I've been pioneering. I don't think there are many people who have enough knowledge of both genres to pull it off. So I don't know how far this genre is going to go. Because it seems that people that know about rocksteady and truly know how to make rocksteady, 99% of them are gatekeepers and they only want to make traditional ska. So they won't ever mix it with anything else. And then for emo, a lot of the times emo people don't listen to music that isn't really slow and depressing. So it's really hard to get a mix to get people who can successfully mix the two. My buddy Woody drums for all the Ska 2 Network stuff, and thankfully Woody loves both emo and rocksteady. So Woody might be the only drummer I know who can successfully pull both off at the degree that he does. I messed up that fish. That fish thing. Jared stresses me up that you don't dig fossils. I don't dig them up because I have a full collection in the museum. Once I like finished collecting them, I just stopped caring to dig them up as much. I guess you can go through the museum. I actually opened up Animal Crossing in the first place to go through the museum, and I just didn't do that. I play Rocksteady and would totally do that. Heck yeah! Someone please drop a link. I'll drop a link to one of my covers as this thing is loading. Let's see. Here's one. All right. How do I... Where's the copy button? Okay. I guess I have to open the... Okay. Here we go. Bam! Emo Steady right there. Cool to see you streaming games. I saw you at the Potty Mouth show in Gainesville last year, but didn't get the chance to say, hey, love all your work. Thank you so much. That show was so much fun. Potty Mouth is so good. So if y'all don't listen to Potty Mouth, go check them out. It's like the most like 90s alternative rock band out there. They're so good. I love Potty Mouth. That band's dope. What was I gonna say? Something on the Potty Mouth. Well, thank you so much for loving my work. I forgot what I was going to say beyond that. I'm too poor. Are there dogs in Animal Crossing? Yes, there are dogs, as in like you have villagers that are dogs. However, you cannot like own a dog. But it's so funny. You can like buy like a dog bowl or like a dog house, and I think it's kind of like fucked up, you know? Like to like have a dog like I could gift a dog bowl to one of the dogs on my island, and I feel like that's like a little messed up. Ska metal would be sick. The Best of the Worst already did that. You should check out their music. They do ska core, but they have a few like really metal tracks in their stuff. Also, the Flaming Tsunamis is like more metalcore than hardcore, but they do ska core as well. I have the doghouse in my yard. I think I put a doghouse in front of one of my dog's houses, which is like really funny. Dog Village. Hey man, good to catch you on the stream. I loved your pup cover. Thank you! I should do another pup cover. Oh wait, I literally just did Morbid Stuff. I was like, dang, I only did one pup cover. I should do a third pup cover. Pup is dope. They're one of my biggest inspirations. If you listen to Jer and then listen to Pup, you will see where a lot of my inspiration comes from. Yes, make some ska metal. We need some more. We need some ska metal in this world. Some more. We just need some more cool stuff happening in ska in general. We were talking about on the stream. We don't need ska to be different for it to be successful. But we shouldn't be making ska to try to be successful. We should make ska because it's what we love to do. So I hope more people start mixing their personal influences into ska. Ska is such a versatile genre. I think about this all the time. I think it's so versatile because a lot of genres depend on many different things to be defined, but ska is defined fundamentally by a rhythm that is very flexible. It's just an offbeat driven rhythm. And you can mix that in with a lot of other stuff and have it work really well. So I think that's why ska is so flexible. Like, it's not necessarily like the harmonic content that matters when it comes to ska. It's much more about its rhythm. And as long as you're getting that rhythm down, you got ska. At least ska, some sort of ska fusion. I haven't looked into them, but I'll check them out. I feel like that's a response. I mean, I see the so it's definitely a response to somebody else. My aquarium isn't as nice as like the museum, like the fossil exhibits, whatever you want to call them. I haven't been like fishing or catching bugs, obviously, as of lately, because I just haven't been playing this game that much. But yo, the aquarium looks, the whole museum looks so good in this game. I think my favorite thing about this game was, can you do a ska cover of Lupe Fiasco? That would be a challenge. Kick, push. That'd be so fun. Hip hop is kind of challenging to cover a lot of the times, mainly because a lot of it being sample driven, there isn't really like a chord progression or even a key a lot of the times. So it becomes really interesting trying to do like a ska cover of a hip hop song. I've done a ska cover of a No Name song, but No Name also has like a band that backs her music. So there is more like of a song like harmonics than there is like, you know, like sampling a track. One of the first ska bands I heard was the Aquabats. Aquabats was definitely one of the first, like maybe 5 or so of mine. I'll try to play tomorrow, Sarah. I've been like, I don't think you were on the stream earlier. I've been mad stressed lately trying to, what's it called? Get things done before I go down to South Florida. I'm actually taking my computer with me because I am terribly behind on my commissions and my work. So I just haven't been doing a lot of stuff that I've been meaning to do. Animal Crossing really is a great de-stressor. I'm glad I can stream now, so I can actually, like, you know, get things done in a sense or whatever. Are you coming to the South? Yeah, I'm going down to South Florida probably on Tuesday, maybe Wednesday. Very rare, very unlikely, but possibly Thursday. Depending on how much work I get done. Like, I didn't get as much work as I thought I was going to get done today. I've caught a lot of butterflies, as you can tell. I didn't get as much work done today as I wanted to. The Lucid Dreams cover you did was better. Beat blasting a bit of Random Hand. Thank you so much. I mean, that was a fun cover to do as well. Thinking about releasing that one on a upcoming thing onto streaming. I've already said too much, but opinions on Sonic Boom 6. I used to listen to them a little bit in high school. I don't have too many strong opinions on them. It's not like something I would like revisit now. I actually listened to them recently. It's just not like something that I'm definitely down to hang, Sarah, if that's something you're comfortable with. I already assumed that we were going to hang at some point. But what's it called? Yeah, Sonic Boom 6 is definitely like not like something I would listen to now. I appreciate them sounding. My museum is so empty because I just never catch red ever. What was I talking about? I have like a painting and 2 sculptures, I think. Sonic Boom 6 broke up, I think. I can't remember. I feel like they're broken up. I feel like I would have been hearing about them. They're kind of an older band too. I think they formed like in the early 2000s, mid 2000s maybe. The building is so much bigger on the inside. I feel like that's all of the Animal Crossing buildings. They're all so much bigger on the inside. Yeah, physics is definitely not a thing in this game. The fact that you can dig up a tree and put it in your pocket, I think means, oh, hey, it's a Saturday. I don't think I checked the store today. I think I'm gonna do that. Ever heard of the Canadian ska band called Gravy Train to Mars? I have not, but that is a very ska band name. Ska bands be having the most names. Like, so much going on in their names. I have a list on my phone called like potential potential shitty ska band names, and it's like the funniest thing in the world. It's just like every time I hear something that sounds like it could be a ska band, I'm like, yep, add it to the list. Ooh. All right, you got the coat. Patchwork coat. All right, all right. All right, that's pretty fresh. That's pretty fresh. That's pretty fresh. Let's see what else we got. A monocle. Clothes are whatever today. I think I'm gonna buy this. I wonder if I can get like matching shoes. Yep, that's a look. I think I might have bought these shoes so many times in this game, but hey, we're gonna buy them again. Potential band names, I should say. I'm writing a movie about a touring band. I also have a long list of fake band names. We love long lists of fake band names. I have a Google Doc of names that's at about 170 now. I've had it for years. I have so many. If y'all want, I could list off these names. I'm gonna do it now. I feel like I've just made a moral obligation to list off these names. So here we go. I opened the notes app on my thing, and it's the first thing that comes up. All right, so we're derailing a little bit from playing Animal Crossing as I list off my notes of list of potential shitty ska bands. The first one is called Skankin' Pete and the Skankadelidones, and then you have Rude Boy Incognito, Synchronized Bladders, No Shot Latte, Hooba Skank, Scapton Crunch and the Tradberries, Free Range Fedoras, the Memphis Ska Police, like specifically a band that only tours with Memphis Ska Police, called the Memphis Ska Police. Turf Seeking Missile, one of my favorites. Guatemala Baby Child. Receptive Spectacle, Trash Receptacle. Kathleen's Vaccine. Baked Potato Mama. Toe Touch Pedal Switch. Moldy Bong. Tina Trumpet and the Gouge Tones. Frank Overboard. Checkered X Chad. Bagel Rat. The Big Upset. Internet Weed. Slimy Puss at the Bottom. Rubik's Cube Message from Your Mother. Tall Paul's Pickles and Coke. Jules is the Speed Bump. Pedro's Hair. Dollar Dick Delivery. Bean Juice. Teleportation Ninja Cat. Ska Fucks, but it's spelled SKAF in one word, and then UCKS in another word, because they're like nucktats, like Ska Fucks. Pokemon Titty Porn. Permanent Record. Distraction Taco. Turd Burglar, Sugar Free Big League Chew, Tally's One Punch Band, Get In Loser, We're Going Skying, Spaghetti and Cocaine, Godzilla versus the Carson City All-Stars. Fun fact, that was We Are the Union's original name. They were between that and We Are the Union, surprisingly. Burrito Mitosis, Wood-Fired Wi-Fi, Destination Cheesesteak, The Scafia, A Marley I Never Heard Of, Banana Gospel, Faulty Fortune, Marinara Kombucha, Cream Cheese Caddy. I learned at this point, ska bands, anything that has food in the title can work as a ska band name. Nacho Cheese on Your Leg, 9 Pound Hammer, Chili Biscuit, Liquor at the Gas Station, Invasive Tomato, Gene Cannon, Beer Cheese, It's Anarchy Time, Cannibalism, and they're specifically a ska band that dresses like bananas on stage, and they eat bananas while dressed as bananas while playing their shows, hence Cannibalism. Yo, the chat's losing their mind over some of these names. Get In Loser, We're Going Sky. Turf Seeking Missile is definitely one of the best ones on this. The Scafia was actually Reed from We Are the Union. It was their ska band before We Are the Union. The Bean Goes Ska, Sprinkle Paint Job, Denim Dry Hump, Asparagus and Gatorade, Boogie Shoes, Mike Myers' Kid Sister, Ronald Raygun, like very like 1950s sci-fi. Ronald Raygun. Uniting in the Scatoon stream chat. What's it called? Where was I? Oh, Skagasm, Turfy Jawline, Courthouse Pressure, Package Sandwich, Snowflake in the Precipitation Trophies, The Jelly Sacks, Mid-Level Fear Tactics, Pirate Skeleton Tire Cover, West Coast Woody, On the Corner of Fucking Maple, Tanky Business Major, Incel McHomeowner, Tracksuit and Tie, Culture Vulture, Read Folklore, Winter in Miami, The Fibonacci Sequence, The Karens of America, 9 in the Afternoon, Pumpkin Spice Eggnog, Cucumber Cheesesteak, Better Luck Next Wave, Three Dogs Down, Skadopted Child, Studded Letterman Jacket, Shithead Rate, Another Day at the Dog Park, The Cookie Cutters, Scadinity Crisis, The Pick It Upside Down, but they're a Stranger themed ska band called The Pick It Upside Down. White Button Down Gun, Kitchen Talk, B-Rate Condom, Acoustic Ska Watch, Forget It Kid, Grillby's After Hours, Frida Was a Cancer. That's actually named after my villager Frida, because she's a cancer. Nothing But Tube Stocks, Horny on Main, and there's specifically a ska band that, like, one of those ska bands that wears all checkerboard, and their album cover is all of them with their horns, like their trumpets and saxophones and trumpets and all that stuff. And they're standing on underneath a sign that says Main Street, hence Horny on Main. Sixth Visit Depression Special, Jaja Binks, Lemon Stealing Whore. If anyone remembers that era of YouTube, Crazy Weezer Mom, Any Day Now, Everybody and Their Mother, Fuel Efficient Doggo Parking, Swing for the Fences. Oh my God, my thing's about to lock. Use a Pretty Font, Soccer Moms Anonymous, Encroaching Horns, The Kazooligans, Dog Food League, Buster, Ike, Jerry, Noble, Morgan. So that one is, I have a theory. Here's my theory. Mike and Ike, Dave and Buster, Ben and Jerry, all those companies that are like two people's names, I believe that it's the same two people who started all of those businesses. One person being named Dave, Ike, Jerry, Noble, Morgan, and then the other person, Buster, Ike, Jerry, Noble, Morgan. The other person being named Dave, Mike, Barnes, or Ben Barnes, JP. Color Coded Bible, Belt Play Stems from Trauma, The Sims 2 Speedrun Community, Itchy Puppy Paw Bomb, Ranch Wilburn, and the Country Fried Watu Tones. We are like 2/3 through this list. Is This Your Card? Big Willie and the Bright Tones, Bubble Tea Ska, Vibe Checking Adam Sandler, Bubsy Top Smith, Gangsville's Last Taxi, Spicy Bowl of Sand, Good Boys Chase the Blue Car, Elbow Grease, See Ya in Hell Springer, Two Bottoms at the Top, Psychosexual Robots, The Brotherhood of Brass. This might be my actual favorite one. Not The Brotherhood of Brass, but the next one I'm about to say. This might actually be my favorite fake ska band name. Slim Thick and the Dummy Thick Dummies, French Horn Knee Massage, Daddy Hat and the Fedora Tones, Feet Wrist, Late McMuffin, Educational Clapbacks, Toxic Pizza Order, Palata Pie, Rhyme Zone Gang, The Pom Pom Manufacturers, Joy-Con Drifters, Imaginary Speed Stick, Tone Deaf Trash Cans, Arcade Carpet Patterns, 10 Cent Beer Night. If you don't know what 10 Cent Beer Night is, go look it up on YouTube. There's many videos that cover it. It sounds like the most chaotic thing to ever happen in American history. Not really, but like very interesting. It also proves how much you can get away with rioting if you're a bunch of white men. Granddaddy Doodoo Flex, Coffee Ravioli, Skagina, Chuck's House, but I don't know who Chuck is. Jerry Manders Ringtones. If you get that one, you get it. Woody Stan Account, Sublime with Bad Time, J Tier Humor, Liberal Pussy Protein, Bean from the Start, The Hot Organ Leads, Fetus Burrito, the Pool Guy on Tuesdays, Pentasconic Kale, Dr. Dirty and the Water Vibes, Death by Zamboni, Jacuzzi Turd, I Got Bills to Pay, but it's like Bill is a person and he has a toupee. I Got Bills to Pay. Generic Ice Resurfacer, Vivacious FAP, Unoriginal Soy Boys, Manga in the Break Room, Edison Lights, Middle-Aged Facebook Dad Drip, Roots Man Skank, Frosty Chugga Freeze. If anyone remembers the Weekenders, you get that one. Trauma Dump, However, QT in the Cutie Pock Cuties, Code X Switch, and King Poser in the Turd Mountain Tones. So there's my list of shitty ska band names. I hope y'all enjoyed me reading that for like 5 minutes or 10 minutes, however long that was. I feel like time is irrelevant when I'm reading that list. Thanks, please come again. No, you come again. Thank you. Middle-aged Facebook dad drip. ODP PDG. Incredible list. Great list. Phenomenal list. The cool thing about that list is every single name on that list has come up and 1000% casually. Like, I didn't sit down and think of names for that list. It's just like I'm in conversation and it comes up. I will pass on this jacuzzi tub because I don't have enough money, but I will come back and get it because I really like that. All right. Chair, thank you for the look into your psyche. I didn't come up with all those names while I was talking. They just came up in conversation. And that's how they come. I wasn't the one to say it. In fact, most of the time it's someone else says it, and then I go, that sounds like a ska band. I'm adding it to my list. Chair, please, where can I get a link for this list? Oh, there is no link. The list is just straight up on my notes app on my phone and on my computer as well. Damn, I've pulled so much money out of the bank on this stream. Mainly to buy a crown that costs like 1.2 million bells, but just pull out 100,000. Oh god. Someone get that. I should make it a Patreon perk. Getting the ska band list access on Patreon. Patreon subscriptions rise 69,000%. All right, let's buy that jacuzzi tub. Let's go. Make a build a ska band name algorithm. I'm gonna invest in that. Unironically, that is an amazing perk. I definitely want to start updating the perks on Patreon more. I updated the goals recently. So if you weren't aware, whenever I have a album hit streaming, most of the time, like the next streaming album I'm having, I'm doing the mixing and on. But for the last two, the Undertale one and the Christmas one, as well as Pick It the Fuck Up, those were all mixed by Reed. Reed from We Are the Union. And Reed does a phenomenal job doing mixing for Ska2 Network. It all sounds really great. And also, like, I have my friend Woody drum on that stuff as well. So I have goals set up where ideally I want to start featuring Reed mixing every cover that I do. And then at some point also having Woody play drums on every cover. However, that's a big thing because like adding drums in, like real recorded drums, makes the mixing process a lot more like long. So I don't know if that frequency can be kept up every month, but for the full record releases, that's something we can definitely do. So the idea is for them to also get, you know, paid a wage, like a living wage to do that. So if you are not subscribed to Patreon, that's like the next goal, because I'm making enough on Patreon for myself. And I do regularly pay other people out for Ska2 Network stuff as well. Mostly with the merch store and with the, like, I don't do the thumbnails and stuff like that, like little Photoshop stuff I could do, but I just simply don't have the time for. So yeah, next upcoming goals on the big old Patreon. Just plug that into a predictive algorithm and let her rip. This song had no right going this hard. All right, come on, give me a nice good recipe, please. I like keep getting recipes that I know. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna visit an island. Not your average monarch. This is an advanced monarch. All right, I'm gonna go visit an island. First, let me empty my pockets. You know what? You know what? I meant to sell all these fish to CJ when he was on my island. I haven't seen Flick on my island in a while. What am I offering? Do I have a lot for you? All of this stuff. Jeremy, hello. Whoa, 44,000. That's a lot of money. Something I was selling cost a lot of money. Did I sell something rare by accident? I don't think I did. unpopular opinion, Animal Crossing 5 p.m. isn't that hot. I believe the Animal Crossing 7 p.m. is superior. I feel like a lot of people say the 5 p.m. music is an unnatural amount of hype over the other ones. I necessarily don't believe that. But I definitely do think that I just like the 5 p.m. one a lot. I think that's a valid opinion though. The music all slaps in this game. I think it just depends on, really just depends on what you like. Oh, I guess I should go get a Nook Miles ticket. That's the thing I should go get. Okay, get really shredding on that guitar. Oh, New Leaf. I'm not familiar with the New Leaf. What's it called? Music like that. I didn't play New Leaf. I only played the original and then this one. And if I had to pick a favorite, the 1 p.m. from the first Animal Crossing game that had the little meows samples in them goes dumb hard for no reason. All right, redeem Nook Miles. Yeah, I mean, I feel like the music in all of the games are really, really different. The only common ground that they do have is there is a lot of simplicity into their compositions, and I think that's very intentional. Like, people typically say the music in this game sounds so cute. Part of that cuteness definitely is the lack of detail, not detail, but the lack of like layering, I guess. Like, the instrumentation is always very small. Like, in this song you have like a drum set's always doing something super basic. It's very just boom, boom. Sometimes you get that little like boom, boom, boom. It's a very simple drum beat. Typically will only derail off of the basic beat to accent like what the melody is doing. And then other than that, you normally have a very small, like, there's like guitar, obviously, like playing like the wah-wah guitar. And then you have, what else do you have? You have like the synth. You have like a little clavient in the background as well. But the arrangement's very, like, you can probably arrange it all in 8 tracks, you know? If you put the drums in 1 track. 8 tracks or less. That's what I've noticed. It's normally always like keys, guitar, maybe like a synth or some sort of lead, and then drums, and then like percussion, like little like bongos or a shaker or something like that. But it's very simple, and the chords that they use are typically very like, not a lot of voices in those chords, and the chord progressions are normally not that complicated. Just a little breakdown, or at least of how I hear it. So same thing goes for all of like the inside music in this game. But the 5 a.m. music, I feel like the morning music in this game really slaps. I rarely ever experience it because I'm definitely not playing that early, like ever. Theoretically, I could try to visit someone's island right now, but I'm not gonna do that. Time for takeoff. Take me to my island. Yo, he always looks so stressed out when he's typing. I'd be stressed out too if I was trying to type and my wings. First off, I had wings instead of hands, but second off, my wings were never hitting the keyboard. I'm still not over the fact that your town tune is the lick. Of course it is. Delta Oscar is a go. Meanwhile, I'll be holding the pattern here. Get in touch when you need tools or travel. Now go catch some bees and chop some trees. Jun, 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 jun. Make a breakdown. Alright, which island am I on? Okay. Is this a pond? Or is this like a Ska is awesome. I agree. That's why I've dedicated a whole channel to it. Hey, I got a koi. God damn it. Alright, we're gonna exploit this island for its resources so I can make a new fishing rod. Come on. Alright. Give me autumn resources. I'm about to go full Christopher Columbus on this island. Alright. Let me pull out my net, because every time I shake a tree without it, oh god. Bees come out of it. Sure, I'll take that. Might as well shake all the trees while I'm at it. Okay. Alright. I don't think I've ever been to an island with this layout. Hey. I wonder if the Tarantula Island thing still works, if you're able to do that. I guess this time of year would be like Scorpion Island instead of Tarantula. Are tarantulas back this time of year? I don't even know. My Town 2 would be the baseline. It's a Dance Dance by Fall Out Boy. Alright. I need a fishing rod. Scavengelius. The tarantulas are back, and they're pissed. Oh god, damn it! All right, okay, and yeah, switch that there. Also put this here, and good. Let's put my exploited resources in one area. Shovel. I made up this cool ska band. Named the other dude Tarantulas 2 Arachnid Boogaloo. The Scafia. That's so funny. Yeah, the Scafia was the name of the ska band. I think I said this already, but Reed from We Are the Union was in before We Are the Union was a band. Tarantula 3, this again. God damn it. Alright. Come on, fish. A. Alright, got some koi. Tarantulas 4. Seriously, what the hell? Tarantulas Tokyo Drift. How does a rock... God damn it. Alright. Is this a fossil? Is that what's in this hole? Remember when Twitter attacked this girl for her Animal Crossing hairstyle? That was funny. I don't remember that, but I'd believe it. Tarantulas 5. Wait, it's actually scorpions? Coming soon to own on Disney DVD. I wish I were a tarantula in a car. I feel like life would be somewhat simpler if I was a tarantula. Like, who would even think of crossing me, first off, if I was a tarantula? Could you imagine if someone like left like a racist comment on my coming soon only on Disney Plus? If someone like left a racist comment on my page and I just like I had a bot set up where every time that happens, it hacks their IP, gets their address, and just sends a tarantula to their house. That'd be pretty sick. I feel like that technology exists and we are here, but we're wasting our technology on things like SpaceX right now. Girl just wanted to use space buns. Tarantula glitter bomb. All right, I think that's all of the. I think that's all of the rocks I can exploit from this island. We have tarantulas here. They really aren't that intimidating. Yeah, so I've heard. I feel like an American would freak out if they saw a tarantula. My partner once had a tarantula in their hair because they were in Peru because that's where they're from, and they flung their head forward and threw the tarantula against the wall, and the tarantula ran away. So like, I'd assume based off that experience, tarantulas aren't as deadly or ferocious as we think they are up here in the privileged states. But look, man, I'm just a tarantula. Like, I don't know what else to tell you. Hey. Was that a shooting star? I feel like it's too early in the game for shooting stars, but... Huh. Also, I've never seen a shooting star on an island, so maybe it just wasn't. I am literally just vibing. I am literally just sitting here vibing. I wonder what happened to who Mike Jones? Who Mike Jones? Who? Who? Mike Jones who? Alright, these fish are bugging. I mean, they're not bugs, they're fish, but these bugs are fishing. Alright. I swear, if this is like a tire or something. Oh, it's a carp. Hey. Have you ever heard Everywhere at the End of Time by The Caretaker? Or at least heard people talk about it. I have not. I have no idea what that is. It's like a song or a movie or a... I mean, I'm assuming it's a song because it's said by the Caretaker. I have not heard music. I am simply just a tarantula. Bro, I am simply just a carp. I have not heard anything. You cocky cock. I swear if this is a rock. Oh, goldfish. I don't think I've caught a goldfish in this game yet. Have I? Wait. I'm gonna jump in the ocean after this, but... Alright, hold on. Alright. Yeah, Critterpedia. This will let me know if I caught a goldfish. Okay, yes, I did, and it is donated. We got some new stuff. Yeah, I've caught almost everything in the game. There's only a handful I'm missing. That's a lie. There's a good amount of stuff I'm missing. But sea creatures. Alright. Oh, let's go in the ocean. No better time. When you first catch something, the dialogue says yes. Oh, I did not know that. I never realized that. I'm going to throw myself in the ocean type beat. Have you seen that one post? What is going on? I literally just swam through this. Okay. Let's try this again. Okay. Have you seen this one post that's like, I think carps will have a French accent, and the next post is a photo of a carp with the caption, oh, dude, you have got me. That's so good. Talented dude makes a beat from scratch and jumps in a pool type beat. So this is like GTA for little kids. I guess you can say that. I mean, you can't really decorate your house in GTA, nor can you like punch someone and take their car in this game. So I feel like those are two big fundamental differences of both games. No, it's like Stardew. It's more like Stardew. Further proof that New Horizons is better than GTA. I've never played Stardew Valley either, so. Though I know a lot of people who have played it, so I'm very familiar with a lot of that gameplay. Do I jump in? I would rather not fight you, but I respect your conviction. Have you played Genshin Impact? I have not. I have not played mini games for the longest time. So I used to play a lot of like Nintendo mostly because my brother had a PS2 growing up, but he would always like hog it. Or whenever he'd see me playing it, he would like take it out of my room while I'm like mid-game and start playing it again, even though he had expressed no interest in playing it for like the longest time. So I just didn't really play a lot of games outside of Nintendo growing up, but I loved Nintendo games. And then, what's it called? When I got into high school, video games took a back seat because I was like in marching band and stuff. And then after high school, I started going to shows a lot and got a real job. And at that point, like the newest system I had was the Wii, and the Wii U had already been out for a while. So I just didn't play many video games. And then like I started working a lot and didn't have like money to just like buy a new system. And then I stopped working as much, but then I have a lot of money. So it's like I had all the money and no time, like in 2014, 2015. And then I had all the time, no money in like 2016, 2017. And then in 2018, I was like, I need to get a Switch because I knew Animal Crossing was coming out at some point. And then in 2019, last year, I bought this system. All right. Well, that has to be like a crab or something on the floor over there. Dang, whatever this is, it is really fast. Alright, hold on. Hold on, how do I resurface? Resurface. Okay. In older sibling, you probably deserve it. What non-Switch Nintendo systems do you have? I have the only one I have that I can like play is N64. Because I have a Wii somewhere in a box in my shed in my backyard. Dude, this thing is really fast. Whatever this is. I have a Nintendo Wii somewhere, but definitely not like hook-upable. And I also have a GameCube. Actually, you can see it in all my videos. It sits on my desk, and that is also something that I don't have all the connect. I don't know where the cables are. They're probably in a box somewhere. Because my parents gave, like, I moved out of my parents' house, but left most of my stuff down there. And only took what I needed. And then early this year, my dad gave me 4 boxes of stuff, being like, you need to get this out of our house. Rightfully so. But when I moved up here, I moved in with my partner at the time, so I didn't like have storage space. But now I kind of do, so So yeah, my older systems are like lost to the ether. But I made sure to get the Nintendo 64 because I love that system. And you can like backtrack other. It's like not that hard. Actually, that's a lie. I want to play Paper Mario so badly. Um, the Thousand Year Door version, and I wish they would just relaunch that on the Switch. Classic, very nice. Do you have an EverDrive? I do not. What is that? Is that a thing? I'm assuming it's a thing considering you're talking about it. 1000 Year Door, in my opinion, is one of the most underrated Mario games to ever exist. And also just one of the most underrated, like, Nintendo games to exist. It's so good, and it kind of really sucks how, like, I feel like a lot of people didn't know about Paper Mario until that game came out, and, like, and then Super Paper Mario came out, and I know a lot of, like, especially, like, younger, little younger, but not super younger, people know Super Paper Mario is the Paper Mario game everyone knows, and I was like, the original Paper Mario for N64 was the first game, one of the first games I ever played. And then the next Paper Mario after that, which was Thousand Year Door, that one's so good. The story is really good. All of your partners are really good. And then Super Paper Mario was like also a good game. I kind of like resented it when I remember when it first came out because they changed the gameplay. But looking back at it, it was definitely like a fine game for sure. I remember beating it in like a week, and I was like really upset because the original games took me, well, Paper Mario 64 only took me so long because I played that when I was like 6. But the Thousand Year Door is a challenging game, especially with like the Pit of 100 Trials. Yeah, the thing that sucks about Paper Mario is that franchise has gone like down. Let's swap it. Let's swap it with one of these enemies. Down the shitter. Like Sticker Star and I don't know much about the new one that just came out, but like Sticker Star and what's the other one that was also, or not Origami. Origami King's the new one. But all the ones they made for like DS are like they're not good. Like that, like Paper Mario stuck out because of its like incredible storytelling and like and its combat style. It was like an RPG. It was very strategical. And they took all those elements away, and then I watched many YouTubers I trust review the newer games. I've definitely played them in passing, like on my friends' systems. Paper Jam is another one, and Color Splash. Yes, those two mixed with Sticker Star, all very subpar to not great games. And a lot of it, I don't know how they stand alone in comparison to nothing, but definitely compared to like how good the first 3 games were, especially how good, like Thousand Year Door was so good. And then how do you go from that to like making the characters really boring, like getting rid of all the character in the game, getting rid of all of the challengingness of the game. It seemed, but that was also an era when Nintendo in general was kind of going through it, and they were trying to make all of their games just like super simple, more kid friendly and stuff like that. And it was really annoying. And sucks to see. Oh, Paper Jam was in the Mario and Luigi series. Yeah, it was during that time when Paper Mario just kind of like took a back seat, and it never really got back in the front seat. I heard from someone that I do trust that Origami King was better than the last few releases, but definitely nowhere near the legacy of the first 3 releases. Do you remember when you had to take the cord from your phone? Wait. Do you remember when you had to take that cord from your phone or computer to plug into the Xbox or PS2 and play online? Oh yeah. I never played either of those online because like that was something I never had access to growing up. But I do remember. I remember all of those when they were trying to make all those systems of like the 5th and 6th generation of console gaming like online, and we just weren't there yet with technology. Hey, I'm a big fan. You're really talented. I'm curious. Nothing to do with Animal Crossing, but what was the first instrument And did anyone in your family play music? No one really played music in my family. My sister took piano lessons. Actually, that's kind of a lie. In my immediate family, no one played music. My sister did take a few piano lessons, and my brother played trumpet in 6th grade, which is why I also played trumpet in 6th grade. That was my first instrument. And then I started learning many instruments after, like, very quick. Like, I learned bass and piano as well in middle school. And then in high school, I started learning, like, everything else. But my grandfather was a drummer. I never met him, but my grandfather was a drummer, and he actually used to drum for James Brown whenever James Brown came down to South Florida, to Miami. Because back then, especially, like, being a black musician in general, you know, you didn't, even, like, someone as renowned as James Brown still couldn't afford to take, like, a whole band on tour. So, I don't know if I donated any of these yet, so I'm gonna go to the museum and see. So typically, they'd have musicians gig, like, just show up to the gig and, like, you know, learn the charts. It's like a very jazz thing to do in general. And so that's what my grandfather would do. He would, like, drum for James Brown and drum for the groups opening his shows and stuff like that. So music is somewhere in my family. But I mean, Mario Odyssey and Breath of the Wild aren't really that challenging. I have played Breath of the Wild. I definitely want to replay that. I was actually thinking about, back when I wanted to start streaming video games, I wanted to do a full, like, replay through of Breath of the Wild, including, like, all of the DLC. I never did the DLC, but yeah, Breath of the Wild wasn't, like, I don't think it was a simple game. I definitely beat it a lot faster than I thought, but there's just so much to do in the game, in general. So it's definitely a fun playthrough. Definitely gonna start streaming that one, kind of replay through it at some point. All right, let's see. Make a donation. Oh, okay. So it looks like everything I have has been donated. I was thinking that, but I wasn't entirely sure. All right. I haven't played Odyssey yet, though. I also think Breath of the Wild, with the way the gameplay in that game is, it's not necessarily about speed. I definitely think exploring the game is, like, a lot of the fun of it. If that makes a lot of sense, or if that makes any sense. I definitely think that game is challenging enough, especially, like, and it depends on what you consider beating it. Like, if you beat, oh, yeah, that's right, I do have a fossil, but I've finished my museum, so I don't really care for the fossils. I actually might start crafting. I have a few fossil recipes that I never would do because I didn't finish the museum, but now that my museum's full, I might start crafting my fossils that I find. What was I gonna say? Yeah, you can, like, beat the story of Breath of the Wild really as soon as you get off of the Great Plateau. You can go ahead and beat the rest of the game. But I think a lot of the fun of the game comes from doing all, like, the shrines and all the side quests and all the other stuff. You know, I feel like a lot of games are like that. I'm not saying it's special for that, but Odyssey is the same, where there's a lot of other stuff to collect and do. Yeah, that was one I definitely wanted to get, and I just never got that game. I was also playing Super Mario Sunshine recently. I got the 3D thing, and I should get back into that at some point. All right, I'm going to end this stream fairly soon. In fact, I'm probably going to end it, like, right now. Thanks for watching me play Animal Crossing. Something fun that I'm probably going to start doing a lot more, especially when I go down to my parents' house. I'm taking all of my streaming and recording gear, at least my streaming stuff, and my computer with me. So if this is something, and my parents have way better internet, so I can probably stream at, like, better quality than I am right now. So once again, I am on Twitch. If you do not know that, it's going to be linked in the description of this. And twitch.tv/Scott2Network. It's pretty self-explanatory. I'll be streaming video games more likely, or more often. Definitely will be doing that more often, as well as I do live recordings. I record drums and guitar and bass. I'm actually gonna go live on Twitch probably around 9 o'clock, and do some recording a little later. I'm gonna go ahead and eat dinner, and probably as soon as I'm done eating dinner, go live on Twitch later. So lots of live streaming this weekend. Those who caught my Twitch stream live yesterday. So if you want to see the side of this streaming that is, you know, me doing music stuff, go ahead and tune in on Twitch later. 9 p.m. might be going live at 9:30. But regardless, I'm gonna definitely end the stream around 11 p.m. So right now, by the way, that's Eastern Standard Time. Right now it is 7:30 p.m. Where I am at. So sad I got here late. Thanks for answering my question and happy holidays. Yeah, thank you. Happy holidays to you as well and to everyone else who is watching. I'll probably go live one more time on YouTube, maybe, definitely on Twitch. After today, I will go live one more time on Twitch as well. So. Yeah, go ahead and follow me there. And to all my other social medias. They will be listed to below as well. All right, y'all. Stay safe. Happy holidays. And hold on. I can do a little wave.